Hi everyone, welcome back to WHU TV. It's nice to see you guys in the chat once again. Thank you very much for joining. This is the live watch along to watch West Ham away at Nottingham Forest at the City Ground, and as Brain is saying, the battle at the City Ground in the Premier League match week 3. So guys, as always, this live stream, I should say, is sponsored by the channel sponsor 3retro.com. Please click the link in the description below that will take you directly through to the West Ham section of their website, where you can purchase some really nice retro gear. And as you can see on the icon that's up on the screen, there are track jackets, polo shirts, sweatshirts and t-shirts made by Admiral and Umbro, so go check those out. And any purchases you make through the link in the description below, the commission that the channel would normally be getting, I'll be sending directly to the charity Iron Supporting Food Banks. They're based in the Newham area and helping those in the Newham area and the Essex County and further afield for that matter, as they are currently supporting close to, probably not over 100 separate food banks by now, guys. It's absolutely ridiculous. Their growth has been phenomenal as always, but guys, yeah, that's the case. So go grab yourself a really nice retro shirt. You'll be saving yourself a few quid in comparison to the club shop, and you'll be helping those that are less fortunate than you and I. So let's just Victoria, welcome. Sister, can't see you. Yes, I know if you've been watching any of the content over the last few weeks, or indeed the last couple of months, I've got a lot going on at the moment. I've been in hospital for most of July and the beginning of August, give or take a few bits here and there, or mid-August I should say. And yeah, I've also got to move this week, so this is why there's no cameras, but we're still doing it as a radio I mean, at the end of the day, guys, most of you guys listen to this as a radio show anyway, but guys, for some random reason, as I said in the chat, there is a 20-second lag between what I'm saying and when it appears on YouTube. So guys, apologies for that. There's just nothing I can actually do about it. So guys, let's go, as we always do, let's go and talk about the team sheets. So both teams, unfortunately, going for exactly the same formations of a 4-2-3-1. Technically, well, I mean, I know Sky put it up as a 4-3-3 for West Ham, but I think it's more 4-2-3-1, to be honest with you. Sells in goals for Nottingham Forest with a back four of Williams, Murillo, Milenkovic and Ania, I should say. Anderson and Zangari in the defensive midfield positions with Hudson, where are we? Sorry, 6 and 8. So yeah, and Anderson and Zangari in the defensive midfield positions with Hudson-Odoi, Gibbs-White and Ndidi supporting Chris Wood up front. And on the bench for Nottingham Forest is Hutchinson, Gunn, Calimendo, Jesus, McAtee, Morato, Douglas Luiz, Yates, and Bowley. So quite a lot of new signings in the squad for Nottingham Forest. And talking of which, we have a debut, as you can see on the team sheet here, for Matheus Fernandes. Hermansen is keeping his place in goal with a changed back four of Diouf, Kilman, Mavropanos and Walker-Peters. So Walker-Peters making his Premier League debut after making his debut for the club on Tuesday night in the League Cup. Souček and Ward-Prowse in the defensive midfield positions. Questions why number 32 Freddie Potts couldn't be in there. Lucas Paquetá, Fernandes and Bowen supporting Fulkrug up front. Areola, Irving, Potts, Rodriguez, Scarles, Somerville, Todibo, Wan-Bissaka and Wilson on the bench. So guys, yeah, let's have a look to see what you guys are talking about in the live chat. And of course, guys, as always, put your score predictions in the live chat. But Rix, hello mate, says, hi guys, I hope you're all well. West Ham to win 2-1 today. Good lineup, to be honest, from Potter. Yeah, I agree to a degree. It could be a lot worse than it actually is. I think he's gone pretty strong. Guys, let's talk about the officials before we go into the chat as well. Craig Paulson is the referee, with the VAR assistance for some random reason of Andy Madley and Simon Bennett. His officials are the second referee is assistant referee number 2 is Dan Rabatham. Sorry, hang on, let me rephrase that. The assistants are Simon Bennett and Dan Rabatham. The fourth official is Ruben Ricardo. VAR is Adley Madley, as I said, and his assistant is Craig Taylor. So I'm not really sure why the BBC have flubbed it all over the place. They haven't kept it banded properly. It was a bit of a shitter. But Brain is saying counter-attack is the name of the game. Brain saying Fernandes should provide some pace in attack. And Jonathan Nubiela Gazers, Nottingham Forest nil, West Ham 18. So yeah, guys. Yeah, let's just have a bit of a recap. All right. So if I did a video that went up yesterday when I should have been packing, and to be honest, I've already been packing as well because I was speaking to AJ over in New Zealand this morning, so that's put me back a little bit as well as getting done for this. But let's just have a quick reminder of Mateus Fernandes, £38 million plus 3 million add-ons from Southampton, 21-year-old Portuguese player, 5'8". He's right-footed. His main position is centre midfield, but he can also play attacking midfield, defensive midfield, right wing, left mid, and centre forward and right mid as well. His strengths are he's very strong at holding on to the ball and defensive contributions. He's strong at dribbling, but he is weak at crossing and finishing. He gets fouled often, commits fouls often, and likes to tackle. And let's talk about Carl Walker-Peters as well, for that matter. Where are we? Yeah, free signing, but as we know, there's a signing on fee as a result. 28 years old, 5'6". Main position is right back, but he's previously played left back, right mid, and also left mid in his career as well. Again, right-footed, so it's good to have a right-footed player in the right side position. As we know, he came through the Spurs youth team and had 24 appearances with Spurs, scoring 1 goal and 5 assists. And Southampton, 202 appearances, scoring 7 goals and 12 assists. And also, for that matter, he is very strong at dribbling. He's strong at passing, key passes, holding on to the ball, concentration, and defensive contributions as well. But he is weak at aerial duels and finishing. I mean, for example, what an incredible assist he gave Souček on Tuesday night against Wolves for the first equaliser. That was just absolutely, the equaliser I should say, that was absolutely superb. It really, really was such a good pass and such a good player as well, for that matter. He likes to dribble and play short passes, but he does not dive into the tackle. So, guys, yeah, I'm a little bit optimistic about this. Victoria saying not Forest 0, West Ham 10. Not as optimistic as you two guys are obviously, but as I say, guys, for some random reason, there's a long lag in the between what I'm saying and when it appears up on YouTube. I don't know what's caused it. I've done everything in my power to try and sort things out. At least it's working a lot more stable than it was on Tuesday night. But yeah, it seems to be getting up a little bit quicker. But guys, as always, yeah, if you haven't, we've got 6 people watching and 1 like. Come on, guys, come on. Especially most of you guys that come in, week out when I've been able to do these. So, by all means, please do. Brain says, sorry, a draw is all West Ham should be looking at. Letting Forest in by faffing about at the back will be folly. Agree, Brain, 100%. Yes, you are absolutely right. We should be trying to get at least something on the board. 100%. Completely, absolutely. You don't need to apologise, mate. I completely agree with you, and I'm sure there's going to be a lot of people that will as well, for that matter. But ideally, it would be nice to get all 3 points. I can't see us doing it in any shape or form. I really, really can't. I can't see us getting a win at all. And yeah, it was interesting to say that Graham Potter's had 20 games in charge now, and he's had 20 points, 3 less than Julian Lopetegui did with exactly the same amount of games last season. So hopefully we can make this 21 with 23 points and baffle it out. But it does worry me, those stats nonetheless. It is very, very worrying that we're in that position. But guys, I didn't put the apologies for not putting who I think the score is going to what you think the winner is going to be on this, but because at the moment, guys, I'm not in an optimistic position, and I know the majority of you that are listening to this aren't either. So yeah, come on, guys. There's 8 people watching and only 2 likes. Come on, pull your fingers out. Literally, pull your fingers out. The more likes these get, the more advertising it gets on YouTube, and therefore the more attractive it will be to other people to watch or listen to in this instance. But we will still have the clock. Will be going as usual. And of course, I hope you guys are all keeping well, as always. I mean, everything is going to stay exactly the same as it was with the previous watch-alongs. There's just no camera at the moment because, as I say, everything's being packed up. So yeah. So, but yeah, guys, I do hope that you guys will enjoy it as usual, because we'll still have the conversation. I'll still be doing the usual commentary. You just won't be able to see my unshaven, ugly mug at the minute. That's literally the difference. So, yeah, so much of faffing about in terms of the football, as always. But You know, I'm hoping this is going to be first. Hermansen's going to put in a better shift than he has done previously, because at the end of the day, guys, he's been very, very worrying in terms of how he's been playing beforehand. I did put up on the Facebook page that. The group, I should say, on the Facebook group, that I did say that I wanted Areola back in goal, because I don't trust Hermansen in any shape or form, especially bearing in mind the stats that came out in his career prior to signing for West Ham, right? Because it is really fucking worrying. I'm not gonna lie. When he was playing for Bromby reserves, his average goals conceded per game was 0.53. When he played for the under-19s, it was 1.45 goals conceded per game. For the Brondby first team, it's 1.47 goals conceded per game, and when he played for Leicester, it's the lowest of it, granted, at 1.36 goals conceded per game. But we are going to be conceding goals, unfortunately, with Hermansen. It's just the way that it is already, with a shaky back four that we've got in front of him. It's very, very worrying. Jonathan Newby says, I feel that West Ham have had a good transfer window. I disagree, mate. We've let 8 players go, and we've only, so where are we? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We've let 9 players go, and we've only bought in 5 so far. It's not enough on an already depleted window, on already depleted squad, I should say. Sheena, hello. Good to see you again, darling. Hope you're keeping all right. Brain says, I'm fine with the voice as I'm watching the action on TV. Exactly. That was kind of the point. That's why I was kind of thinking that's what we should be doing. You know, this is the fact that most people will be watching along anyway. What is the whole point of a watch along? Is, yes, you know, I'm watching the game with you and I'm doing the commentary along with you. But yeah, it actually makes better sense to do it this way. It really does. Really does. Rasheen says, I don't think we will win with that goalkeeper. And great to see Jimmy Somerville, says Luke. Hello, mate. Good to see you, fella. Hope you're keeping well. Yes, it is great to see him in the starting 11, and I hope he's our only. It'd be great to have him in there to have, and get an actual winger out on the pitch. Do you know what I mean? It really, really would be good to have that. And of course, obviously, it's great to see that the club are honouring a former Notts Forest player right in front of the Brian Clough stand. So last time out, Fulkrug was taking the team huddle, not Bowen, against Wolves on Tuesday. And are we going to get to see who's doing the huddle this time round? Because I think Fulkrug is stepping in for Bowen for a lot of things, in terms of being a captain. But we won't get to see that. Luke says, terrified of Woods today. Absolutely agree with you, mate. It's a big worry. Big worry. Excuse me. But yes, he's a prolific player. Very smart signing from Notts Forest to Notts Forest from Newcastle, and it looks like the kickoff is about to happen any second now. So are they going to be taking the knee again in the pointless gesture, or is it going to be straight into back old school football and going straight into the game? Because as much as I agree with, there we go, game is kicked off. As much as I agree with standing up for racism, against racism in every shape or form, you really, it's taking the knee is making absolutely no sense anymore. It's just it's an absolute travesty to do. It really genuinely is. Let's get that clock looking a bit more central. So apologies, guys. This is some random reason this is looking a bit more dodgier than it was beforehand. Every single time, there's always something I've got to fix. Always something I've got to fix. Anyway, so Luke's asking, what have you made of Hermansen? We've literally just been talking about him, mate. I'm worried. I'm absolutely fucking worried. His goal saving ratio, so goals conceded per game for West Ham, is 4 every game. On average, it's worrying to say the least. I do think Areola should have been playing in his position instead, but it is what it is. And Luke, what are your thoughts? And everyone else, for that matter, what do you think? I mean, obviously, Sheena's been saying, I don't think we will win with that goalkeeper. Okay, just is Ania's on the ball now. Back to Anderson with a nice little layoff run through by Sangare. And now over to Murillo, who puts it long, but a nice clearance from Mavropanos there, straight to Paquetá. over to, I think, is that Fernandez by the looks of him? By that haircut? I can't see. That's Fulkrug. Souček. Bowen. No, it was Bowen. Back to Souček. Back to Souček from Foden. And Bowen puts the ball in, trying to find Fulkrug, but nobody there. Manson's not exactly running, but Diouf did. And it's out for a corner. Victoria says it's going to be my birthday on the 14th of September. So if I don't see you in 15 days, happy birthday. Luke says, I think we need Alan Grant to take him out with his little T-Rex arms. It's a good shout there, Luke. I like that. That's good. Right, so first corner of the game. And it looks like Ward-Prowse is going to take the corner if we actually get to see it. Yeah, corner taken. Ball in. Souček headers over. Or was it Fulkrug? Yeah, it was Fulkrug. Fulkrug headers over. So, yeah. Nice attacking attempt from West Ham. You know, it's going to be interesting to see what happens with this game. As I say, guys, it's not really much. Do you know what? I actually prefer not being on camera for this. I can actually concentrate properly on commentating. It's nice. A little bit. I think even if I get when I move next week, and even if I can do it stuff, I'm going to do video previews, but I'm going to do watch alongs. This is commentary, guys. What do you think? Yes or no? Give us your thoughts. For those that are watching, give us your thoughts. But yeah, Luke, if you're still here, mate, his goals conceded per game with Leicester was 1.36. That's worrying. Hence them getting relegated. But yeah, it is what it is. So yeah, guys, my voice isn't 100% back to normal because of all the problems that I've had. In case you feel like I sound a little bit more squeakier than I normally would, it is literally just down to the fact that, you know, I've had a lot of health issues recently. And again, thank you very much to Rick to come and see me when I was in hospital for the first time, mate. Much appreciated. And Luke, thank you very much for wishing me well as well, for that matter. A few weeks ago, a week or so ago. That means a lot, mate. Thank you very much. Luke says, I really hope we get Creswell in tomorrow. If I'm greedy, I'd like a striker as well. Well, apparently we are looking to bring in a striker as well, for that matter. So hopefully all good. Rick says, to be honest, not a good keeper at all. He's not good with his hands and lets a lot of goals in. I just hope it will improve. Tracy, welcome. Nice to see you. Hope you're all well, and hope you are as well, Tracy. Long time since you've been on the channel, but thank you very much for returning. So let's get back to the game now. So Enya crossing it. Pagadar almost got it, but ball got intercepted, but Diouf interjected, and now Forest are back in possession with Ndoye. Diop defending really brilliantly well. Kilman, Fernandez, Diouf, and gets it's a bit light, but it is a foul. It is a bit light. Honestly, I've got a lot of time for this Diouf. I think he's brilliant. I really, really do. 9 people watching. You guys, if you're enjoying this live commentary, then please do like, share, and subscribe. Of course, for that matter. So yeah, honestly, I think Diof's got a lot of potential. There's a lot of naivety in him. I mean, at the end of the day, he's a young guy. He's very, very young. Was he 2021? So where are we? Yeah, 20 years old. So yeah, I think he'll do fine. You know, he's showing a lot more resilience and fight with than Emerson. You know, obviously Emerson's going to be going for a very, 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 very cheap £1 million or €1 million, depending on who you're reading. But yeah, we need a backup left back, that's for sure. Rick says, I think it's a good idea, JP. You do it this way for now. Yeah, that's cool. Well, I've got no choice, mate, but I'm glad you agree. And for those other 8 people watching, do you prefer with or without a camera? I mean, obviously, because everything else is exactly the same. The microphone's a little bit closer to me, so it sounds a bit more radio-like. But yeah, 6 minutes on the clock. Diouf on the ball. Back to Kilman. But as I say, there's a 20-second lag between what I'm saying and when it goes live on YouTube for some random reason. I don't understand why. It looks like it's close to 21 seconds now. It's just the way that this is the way that it works sometimes I really need to, I've been saying this for years, but I've just been waiting to get my computer upgraded, and I need to at some point. Vic says with the camera on. Yeah. But at the same point, that's because everybody else does, Vic, surely. You know? Brain says maybe the ladies want to see you. I doubt it, mate. I've been single for 2.5 years. I doubt it. You know, everybody else is making, you know, the whole point of this channel, yeah, is it's all about you guys. There's nothing to do with me. You know, I make this content for you. I enjoy it, don't get me wrong, but I make it for you to entertain yourself. So, you know, and as you know, guys, I like to do things differently to other channels, and as a result of it, as everybody else has video content, I thought it would be nice not to stand out, do slightly different. Jonathan Eby says, I don't mind JP with or without the camera. Sheena says both. So yeah, as I say, I'm going to, if I can get everything set up in the new place for camera. Oh, we almost conceded. Then I will, but otherwise not. Walker Peters to Suchek. To be honest with you guys, I'm surprised I'm able to find the time to do this, to be honest with you. But anyway, so it goes out for Forest throwing by the looks of things. Are we going to look at this replay? Yep, okay. So Ania put the balls in. Diouf just gets a little bit wrong-sided by Ndoye there. There's a bit of a threat there. I think they're kind of realising that because Diouf's young and inexperienced in the Premier League, they're going to be trying to focus most of their attack down our left-hand side. I mean, why not when you've got the likes of Ania and Ndoye to chase you down, and Gibbs White and Hudson-Odoi on top of that to feed Chris Wood. You know, that's going to be a worry. It is going to be a worry for this game. And again, Ania, or how you pronounce it, running down the right hand side. Fernandez holding his ground and gets the ball back. Great interception from him. Paquetá tries to pass it to himself and fails miserably. And now Hudson-Odoi on the ball, jinking it through to Gibbs White. And Diouf gets right in the way, and it goes for a West Ham throw-in. It's very, very good play from Diouf. Honestly, I think he's going to be... If we get relegated this season, my instincts are saying that Diouf is going to get hammer of the season. I really think he will. As I say, it's his third game, and he's been absolutely everywhere, exactly as you want. And it goes out for a goal kick from a deflection off Ndoye from the throw-in, which I didn't think you were allowed to do myself. But yeah, as I say, guys, I'm trying to grow the other platforms. So, I mean, Sheena knows, Rick knows that I've been trying to do some content on the Facebook pages and Facebook page and group. So I'm trying to get and grow those as well. So if you can, guys, if you haven't already done so, there is the links in the description. Please join the group and page. It'd be brilliant. This is Mavropanos has a header back to the goalkeeper, but the goalkeeper rolls it straight back to him. To Kilman now it's just outside the tee. Back to Mavropanos. Forest not looking to press. 10 minutes on the clock. Walker Peters back to Kilman. And a long ball to try and find Bowen, but it goes out massively. It's just fucking ridiculous. Such a stupid fucking attempt to put the long balls. But yeah, Forest take the throw in quickly. And now it's passed to Anderson from Williams, I think, by the looks of it. And Ania again down to... Sorry, Sagari down to Ania and back to him. Murillo, Gibbs White. Now through to Anderson from Murillo. Hudson-Odoi down on the left-hand side. Tracking through. Gibbs White, but it goes out for a goal kick, just as Gibbs is trying to kick the ball. Jonathan Eby says, I don't think West Ham will be relegated this season. I think we will. Reason being, as I've mentioned before, John, as you're aware, mate, we've rode our luck the last couple of seasons. The 3 promoted sides aren't looking like they're going to go straight back down. They really, really aren't. I know it's the cliche because it's happened in the last couple of seasons, but I really don't think I think we're in trouble. I really think, as from a footballing point of view, we're in trouble. You know, we're yet to pick up a point, 3 games in. Wolves are yet to pick up a point, 3 games in. Villa have only picked up a point 2 games in. Obviously, they play a little bit later. It's I'm not saying that the bottom 3 is going to be the bottom 3 that's going to be at the end of the season. It's not going to be that, but I just think we are going to be in a massive relegation fight, and unfortunately, I do include Crystal Palace in that. Brain says, yeah, Leeds look decent. Absolutely agree. You know, Sunderland have been absolutely phenomenal. 3 games, 2 wins and one draw so far. Geordie John, hello mate. Hope you how are things with you as well? Hope you're keeping all right. Let's just talk about how the phenomenal start that the Mackems have made to this season. 2 wins and a loss. You know, a win, a loss, and a win. Absolutely phenomenal. 6 points from 3 games. You know that there's a lot of stuff at the moment. Leeds have won, drawn, and lost a game apiece, higher than everybody thought they were going to be at the start of the season. You know, granted, we've got 35 games still to go, but I do think I say we rode our luck the last couple of seasons. Victoria McGuinness says we will be out of the relegation zone. Says hate the sad Mackem, says John. I hope we will finish outside the relegation zone, but we're going to be odds on to get relegated. We generally are. It's going to be a absolute hard climb for most of you guys that have been with us over the last few years. You haven't had the conversations about relegation on a regular basis, you know, because last time we faced any form of relegation was proper relegation scraps. It was basically under Bilic to Pellegrini times. That's how good David Moyes kept us up. That's how good he did. But anyway, back to the game. Ward-Prowse is going to take the free kick. Long ball, as it always is. Fernandez, Paquetá, working originally from Kilman. And Ania makes sure it goes out for a corner by the looks of things. Is it? It'll be interesting to see what. Yeah, it's another corner. So West Ham's second corner of the game already, just under 15 minutes. Mavropanos and Fulkrug, Fulkrug's not happy about something. Neither's Mavropanos. Looks like they're arguing about position movements, maybe. So Ward-Prowse going to take the corner. Ball in. And again, Fulkrug cruised it well over. We have to stop trying to put a header on Fulkrug because he can't do it. Both times he's had it in a completely wrong position. He really is. He's getting it wrong. He really is getting it wrong. Well, the tactics need to change on that ASAP. Right, so Anderson over to Morello, I think that is. Back to Anderson. Yeah, Morello, back to Anderson. Anderson with a long ball, trying to find Chris Wood, but it goes out for a goal kick. Sorry, Gibbs White, I should say, but it goes out for... No, it is Chris Wood, but it goes out for a goal kick. It's way too heavy. God, it's only 15.5 minutes on the clock, guys. This has been long. It really has been long. We've still got half an hour to go. Ah. Oh. Manson taking too long, as usual. So it puts it to Kilman. Under pressure from Webber, keeps the ball and passes it over to Mavropanos as a result. He should be passing it to Walker-Peters. He doesn't. He gives it to Paquetá. Souček, who passes it back to the goalkeeper. Waste of a move. Now to Kilman. Ward-Prowse to Mavropanos, just coming up to the centre circle. Blinks it over down to Bowen. Running through. Tries to find Fulkrug, but Anini gets in the way and boom, straight in there. Now they're on the counter attack with Hudson-Odoi, I think. Yeah, sorry, Gibbs-White. Now Hudson-Odoi. Now back to Gibbs-White. And intercepted very well by Bowen. But unfortunately, the interception gets intercepted by Anderson. And there's a bit of a melee going on, and Anderson gets the ball again. Should be passing it over to to Hudson-Odoi. But he does. And Mavropanos is in the way. And Bowen hoofs it long. Straight to a Forest player and straight now down through to Anaya. Fulkrug defending pretty well for centre forward, to be fair. Pretty well. Very well. And now Sangari. Walker-Peters puts it out for a corner. Safety first. John says West Ham should give Wilson a start. He did come off the bench against Wolves on Tuesday, and he did also come off. He made his debut against Chelsea in the second half as well. JP, why is Wilson not playing? He is not good enough. Why is Wilson not playing? He is not good enough. He has done in the Premier League. John, mate, put that again in English, please, with some punctuation. Question mark, something. We'll try and figure out, because that makes no sense. And by the way, mate, if you're a Newcastle supporter, you should know Callum Wilson has one L. One L. Why are you putting two? It's not Williamson. It's Wilson, not Wilson. It's Wilson. You should know that. Even the bloody Bournemouth fans know that. The Torquay players know that. Corner again. Ball in. Cleared. Just. Ward-Prowse. Technically it's a handball and it's a free kick because it's a foul on Ward-Prowse anyway, and it gets given. So yeah, but yeah, Jonathan. All jokes aside, mate, I get the reasons. Yes, 20 seconds delay still. I get the reason why you're saying about Wilson, but he's clearly not fit enough. He signed with enough time to go to the States, but he didn't. He stayed and got fit. So there's clearly some form of fitness issue with him. There really genuinely is. But yeah, you got to put your best 11 out, and looks like we have under the circumstances. Paquetá picking it back to Hermansen. Wilson is done in the Premier League. Then why were you asking for... If he's done in the Premier League, why were you asking for him to have... should be given a start? And why is he... He is done in the Premier... He is done in the Premier League, but it was a backup signing, and I'm guessing he probably wanted less than Antonio did. That's why Wilson was drafted in. I guess that's the only reason. A Will Salthouse player on a free, asking for less wages than our all-time striker. That's West Ham, innit? Even though he's not. Fortuitous football from West Ham here, just keeping the ball into the box. But no, gets cleared out easily by Murillo. Up to Hudson-Odoi, but can he keep the ball in time? Yes, he does, just about. Walker-Peters making sure he's got no room to move. Walker-Peters makes a great little tackle and it goes out for a goal kick. Perfect football. Absolutely perfect football. Or was that actually a corner? Let's have a look at the replay of this. Let's just double check. Yes, he keeps the ball in well. Fair play to him. Let's have a look. No. Walker-Peters clears the ball and it's the after effect of it. And it's not... He touches him, but it's not enough for a penalty at all. It's a corner, and quite rightly so. There's no intent. Walker-Peters gets the ball. That's why he was pointing to it when he got up from the challenge. He won the ball. It's not. It's just an injury, unfortunately. John says, "Will any West Ham players leave tomorrow before 7 tomorrow night?" There's potentially Aguerd. Has had his head turned by the Mackhams. But I think that's probably about it, to be honest with you. I mean, Alvarez is meant to be leaving as well, which is why he's not in the starting 11 on the squad. So corner in. Not Alvarez, sorry. Rodriguez. Rodriguez. He's on the bench, but he's meant to be leaving. Alvarez has already done so. He's gone to Fenerbahce on loan. So, yeah. And fair play to West Ham and David Sullivan for standing up to Villa and saying, look, you're not having our player under any circumstances unless you meet our valuation. But they won't let him go anyway. They won't let him go because we won't be able to find a replacement in quick enough in time. January maybe, but not now. That's the problem. So that's the reason why. But anyway, so Mavropanos on the ball. Paquetá back to Mavropanos. Back to Paquetá again. To Bowen. Bowen tried to find Walker Peters but couldn't, and the ball got intercepted instead. That's completely irrelevant. Can we have a look at the game, please? Thank you. Throw-in taken. It goes out for Forest throw-in. Stop focusing on fucking Chris Wood. Can we watch the game, please, guys? Jesus. Fuck's sake. That's what I hate about watching live football. They just focus on players when, all right, granted nothing's happening, but by the time it switches back to play, you've missed the throw-in and you've missed another movement. And just as it is here. And again, just to this twat, we don't want to watch him walking around wiping his fucking brow. We want to watch what's going on with the formations of both teams as they're setting up. How do these guys not know how to broadcast a fucking football game? It's Sky Sports. Jesus. Hermansen. Kilman. Hoofing it long to try and find someone that's not fucking there. Kilman! Morella to Ania. And that's a Gibbs White. And Die with the ball out. So ball into the box and gets cleared out, I should say. Ania. Gibbs White. Sangari. To Ania. Gibbs White. Wood. Back to Gibbs White. So yeah, ND filters out, cameraman. Fuck's sake, Ania. Anderson, sorry, not Gibbs, not Wood. Anderson. Milenkovic. Anderson. Sangari. Ania versus via Gibbs White. Fernandez intercepts the ball perfectly and now gets fouled as a result of him. So our two new players that are out there playing, Diouf and Fernandez, are actually doing well, guys. Right, we're just over the halfway point of the game, guys. Let me know your thoughts on how you felt the first half has gone, including your thoughts on the two new players. Obviously, Diouf and Fernandez. I mean, I know this is Diouf's fifth game with us. But I still class him as a new player, and I will do for the most of the season. So yeah, give us your thoughts on what you think, how you're thinking that Diouf and Fernandez are playing so far, and as well as everybody else. And if there's any Forest fans listening as well, for that matter, then by all means, please do let us know what your thoughts are as well. Fernandez, make sure it goes out for throwing, albeit to Forest. You know, Hermansen, for some random reason, looks like that kid you draft in goal at school. He just does not look like he's in the right place. He really doesn't. You know, there's players that look like that their body language says that they want to be here, but he just looks off. He really looks off. Diouf and Fernandez look phenomenally like they want to be here. Sheena says we are playing sloppy. Absolutely agree. Will any West Ham play... Sheena says we are playing sloppy. Absolutely agree, Sheen. Because we're under pressure from Forest. But to be fair, we're just over halfway through the first half and we haven't conceded anything yet. I'm happy with that, to be fair. To be absolutely fair. Especially after the last couple of games. Ania, who's to Gibbs White. But Fernandez was at the right place. Fulkrug. Souček to Paquetá, just crossing over the the centre circle, sorry. Tries to find Souček. Tries to find Bowen, but can't. John says, first half for West Ham is okay. The two new signings have been good. So Murillo through to Anya. And again, finding Gibbs White. See, everything down the left-hand side. And Kilman gets the ball quite cleanly, to be fair. Fernandez. Pass back to Hermansen with Chris Wood running through. And a long ball from Hermansen. Panic football. And Murillo gets the ball as a result of it. Anya. Yeah, we've not really pressed as much as I think everybody was hoping as we would do, given the circumstances. But we are getting there, slowly but surely. Anya. Cleared out by Diop. Fulkrug. Souček. Paquetá. Fulkrug. All in the dangerous areas, and the ball goes straight to Gibbs White. So Ndoye falls over, but it's unnatural fall by the looks of it. Paquetá runs straight through. Fernandez gets tackled and gives the ball to Ndoye, and that's when the free kick's been given. And I've got to say, Gibbs White's got an argument about the foul on Ndoye earlier. And Fernandez is down holding his ankle. Lovely. It's what happens when it's a melee of clouts. I mean, yeah. To be fair, Murillo does hold on to Fernandez, and that right in front of the referee. He's not looking at the players. He's looking at what's happening to the ball, and now makes the decision in looking at the replay. So yes, okay, it's slower motion than it was beforehand. But yeah, it is what it is. Unfortunately. Kilman. Mavropanos. To Hermansen just inside the D. Kilman. Mavropanos. Now breaking down to Anya again. Fernandez intercepts and gives it to Kilman, who gives it to Diop, but Diop loses the ball, but Kilman gets the ball back very quickly to Diop once again. Through to Kilman once again. Souček. And it gets cleared out. Yeah, it's not been the most entertaining of games, guys, but we always have these sort of games against Forest. That's half the problem. We really do. That is generally half the problem. So that's what's going on here. So back. So Anya with an attempt at goal and an easy save for Hermansen to do it. It's a good ball, trying to put the ball in, but yeah, just hits it a little bit too hard. A little bit of a wind gap on there by the looks of it, and an easy gather for him. So Kilman to Souček, to Ward-Prowse, back to Kilman, and ignores what Ward-Prowse was telling him to do. Gives it to Hermansen, who hoofs it long, and it gets intercepted straight away by both sides of sets of players. Fulkrug trying to find Bowen, but that gets intercepted once again. It's half. This is half of what this game's been. It's been interceptions. Both players have been intercepting the ball from each other. That's half of it is. It's almost like watching two Allardyce sides going together. It really genuinely is. You know? I mean, they're just looking at the replay of Sangari's attempt at, and it looks like, you know, people shouting handball because it hit Paquetá's arm. Doesn't necessarily mean that's handball. I wish people would learn this rule. Honestly, guys, we just need to make the PFL needs to make and all the rest of them. They need to make the handball rule back to basics. That's it. It's all it is. And same likewise with offside. Make those rules back to basic. Either it's ball to hand or hand to ball. That's it. Boom, done. If a player kicks a ball straight at an arm, it's not handball. It should not be handball. Fernandez. Mavropanos. Kilman. Diop. Kilman. Mavropanos. and try to find Fulkrug, but gets intercepted. But Walker-Peters gets it back to Fernandez, but it's just too much of a bounce, and Anya clears it instead. And it's just interception after interception, and Anya on the ball once again from Gibbs-White. And now over to Anderson from Murillo, by the looks of it. And Sangari. Back to Sangari again from, I'm guessing, Milenkovic. Is it? No, it was Gibbs-White. Sorry. Running through. It's difficult angles from these, especially when the players have got their back turned. Murillo. Gibbs-White. So Hudson-Odoi to Murillo. Back to Murillo again. It's like, no, it's just passing around, no real intent. Just as I say that, ball goes from Ndoi over to Hudson-Odoi and Carl Walker-Peters. The battle of the double barrel surnames. Walker-Peters and Hudson-Odoi. You'd never get that in football a few years ago, would you, eh? Double barrel footballers going at each other. So we've got 13 minutes left on the clock. It's very much as Brain said at the start of the game, it certainly is turning into a battle, that's for sure. Come on, Paulson. There you go. Back to Manson from Mavropanos to Kilman. He's starting about long ball over the halfway line, trying to find Bowen once again. Finds him this time, but it goes out for a throw-in. It's just control. That's all we need to do. Second ball control. It's not hard. Really isn't hard. And now, because it's Sky, they're overruling the actual broadcast, and as a result of it, it's Brighton, Man City just showing Haaland scoring. But we don't care about that. Don't care, because we want to watch Nottingham Forest, West Ham. That's if we wanted to watch that, we'd go over the main event. Yeah, fuck off. And Doi. Apologies, guys. Just had a bit of a glitch there. Here we go. Right. Now it sorts itself out. Fuck's sake. Right. So, Anya. Over to Milenkovic. Anson to Murillo. Now Hudson-Odoi. Ball in. And easily cleared from a header from Mavropanos, and it goes out for a throw-in. Forest are getting closer. With just 11 minutes left on the clock. 10 and a half minutes left on the clock. Forest are getting closer. They are getting closer to getting something out of this game. They really genuinely are. Sangari. Williams. Hudson-Odoi. Walker-Peters gets fouled. Hudson-Odoi. Yeah, Paquetá got a little bit on the end of a pretty dodge one there by the looks of things. So yeah, there's a lot of it reminds me. So they just look at the replay of the Hudson-Odoi, the Murillo foul on. Is that Murillo? Yeah, Sangari's foul on Paquetá is actually about the same as what happened to Carl Walker-Peters. So I don't know all of a sudden how Craig Pawson has decided that is a free kick when exactly the same challenge happened on Carl Walker-Peters beforehand. Fucking. Victor McGuinness says West Ham should get closer to the goal. A little bit difficult when you're under pressure from a very, very decent side that is Notts Forest. But I agree with you. We should be pressing more. Is what you're saying. There, Sangari, Anderson. I mean, it's just showing that Forest have had more shots. More touches in the box than we have, but we've had more shots than they have, and neither teams have been on target yet. So it's good. Paquetá running through. Fernandez gathers. To make sure that ball possession's kept by the looks of it. Souček to Walker-Peters. Mavropanos to Ward-Prowse, back to Mavropanos, who gets it over the left-hand side over to Kilman. Diouf. Paquetá. No, it was Paquetá. Ball through. Diouf trying to find Ward-Prowse. But it doesn't happen. Unfortunately, he gets hoofed down the other end. And now there's so much space for Forest to play through. It's just they're almost toying with this by the looks of it. Paquetá boots it to his arm and is claiming for handball, but it's not. It's ball to hand. Learn the fucking rules, you prick. Hudson-Odoi down the left-hand side. Now Williams back to Hudson-Odoi again. Give him so much space, but doesn't do much with it. Yeah, and Murillo thinks it in, not exactly emphatically. Brain says keeping the game to scrappy is to West Ham's benefit. Agreed, mate. You're absolutely right from that point of view. It doesn't make good watching, unfortunately, but you're right from that point of view. So Mavropanos. Back to Mavropanos from Paquetá by the looks of it. Ward-Prowse. Walker-Peters. Back to Ward-Prowse. Walker-Peters. Mavropanos. Kilman. Over the line, down the left-hand side to Diouf. Find a beautiful ball in for Fernandez. Paquetá, good save. Great save. Great save. First shot on target in from either side. And great save from Sales. Absolutely brilliant. Great movement. Diouf down the line to find Fernandez, and Fernandez puts it through. And just, it was going over anyway by the looks of it. But the goalkeeper just making sure that it goes off. I mean, yeah, I think let's have a look at this angle. Yeah, that was genuine target. So first shot on target by West Ham, and we've got another corner as a result of it. So we're getting there. Brain, scrappy football is working. 6 minutes on the clock left to play before added time. Corner in from Ward-Prowse. Mavropanos gets blocked. Diouf goes way over. Apparently there's a foul in the box anyway. Let's have a look at the replay. Nah, that's weak. I wouldn't have said so. Jonathan Newby says so close. Brain says what a save. Sheena says that was close as well. So yeah, first shot on target by West Ham. Interesting. Wonder what that will do to the Forest side. Just as Murillo passes it to Milenkovic, and now to Sangari. Back to Milenkovic. Ferguson. Yeah. No, not Ferguson, it's Williams. So just crossing over the halfway line into West Ham's area now. Anderson trying to get the ball in, but Walker-Peters makes sure it's a clearance out for a throw-in. Good play from Walker-Peters. Really, really good play. Is he as good as Aaron Wan-Bissaka? Let us know your thoughts in the live chat, guys. From what we've seen on Tuesday and today so far from Walker-Peters, is he keeping Wan-Bissaka out of the side? So we have the Forest throw-in at some point when they decide to do it. Sheena preempting my next question. Yeah, guys, give us your added times in there. I'm thinking 3 myself, but give us your predictions for added time. So corner being prepped once again. Corner in. Cleared out. Murillo. Sorry, Sangari to Anina. What? Ball to Hudson-Odoi from Anderson, I think that was. Anderson down through to Sangari. So ball cleared, and Anderson back on the ball. Williams over to Hudson-Odoi. Back to Williams. He's got some space, but tripping over his feet. Puts the ball in. And it gets cleared by Souček. Souček and Diouf. Brain agrees with Sheena 2 minutes. Jonathan says 17 minutes. And Rick reckons 4. So another corner to Forest. It's been a long first half, guys. I'm not going to lie. It's been a long first half. So Anderson with the corner. Taken. Gets cleared out by Souček. But only as far as Murillo by the looks of things. Hudson-Odoi and a good save from Hermansen there. Good save. Let's have a look at the replay. Victoria reckons 25 minutes. That's the second half, darling. That's the second half. Kyle Walker-Peters. Souček tries to get the ball but doesn't, and now Forest are on the counter-attack, but it's easily gathered by Ward-Prowse and Paquetá back to Paquetá. Paquetá running down the right-hand side trying to find a pass, but he can't, and he just gets blocked by players, and as a result of it, he does a stupid fucking foul. And it's a free kick to Forest afterwards. Yeah, a bit of dumbassery from Paquetá there, unfortunately. So, yep. Okay, so Anderson on the ball from Murillo. Sangari. All the way through to Anea, but Diouf clears it back the opposite way, and Sales gathers the ball. And then Murillo. Running through, untouched. Passes back just after over the halfway line, and then back through to Milenkovic and over to Murillo. To Williams, I should say. Now Hudson-Odoi lifting it through over to Arnani on the right-hand side. Diouf just straight there, 100%, making sure he's got nowhere to go whatsoever. Great defending from Diouf there, really good. Pass it to Anderson. Hudson-Odoi back to Anderson. Now it gets intercepted by West Ham, and now Paquetá over to Walker-Peters. Passes it to Bowen on the right-hand side, crossing over the halfway line, just thinking through. Keep going. Ball over to the left-hand side. Ballkrug just about keeps it in. Diouf, I should say. Ward-Prowse back to Diouf. Ball in. Ball free, and as a result, Forest are on the counter-attack as a result of it, albeit with a slow build-up, and 1 added minute of full time. 1 added minute. So we were all there wrong, unfortunately, but Brain and Sheena, you two were the closest with it. Closest that predicted it. Brain says, Fulcook just waiting for a wonder ball to his feet, getting the game, mate. Agreed. But at the same point, he's had some tries. You know, he had some fouled headers at the start of the first half from the corners. But yeah, Forest on the attack once again. Fernandez to Paquetá. Stupid pass, and gets intercepted by Ndoye as a result. Hudson-Odoi. Aina, or Ainia, however you pronounce it. Anderson. Back to Aina. A lot of dicking about. Ball in. Headed and goes wide. Manson keeps it in. And there we go. There's full time, guys. So half time, I should say. But yeah, to be honest with you, that's not as bad as I thought it was going to be. Yes, it was scrappy from both sides. But yeah, guys, I think we're doing all right out of this. To be fair, I really think we're doing some form of football. But what football that is, that's what I'm saying. What that is another matter. But guys, yeah, let's listen to some tunes at halftime, and I'll see you in a few minutes.
All my thoughts are running around inside my head. Emotions keep coming, they're keeping me from thinking straight. Thought it would be different when I got my things in place. Stuck in this commotion, how come I ain't past this yet? I wanted me to be somebody else, another me that doesn't need your help. But if I'm honest, I don't think we got it. I try to change the things you never liked, try to make this better, make this right, but we're the same, even though I changed. Really made an effort, promised I would change, but something stayed the same. Wanted to do better, wanted to be great, but something stayed the same. Something stayed the same. Start a life in the country, I could say yes to that. Whatever way you want me, I'll learn it all and I'll adapt. Even if I changed up everything except my name, we will still be fighting, cause I am still the same. I wanted me to be somebody else, another me that doesn't need your help. But if I'm honest, I don't think we got it. I tried to change the things you never liked, try to make this better, make this right, but we're the same, even though I changed. Really made an effort, promised I would change, but something stayed the same. Wanted to do better, wanted to be great, but something stayed the same. Something stayed the same. Something stayed the same. I can change the way I am, the way I talk, the way I stand. It doesn't really matter, cause I'll still be the same. I can change the way I am, the way I talk, the way I stand. It doesn't really matter, cause I'll still be the same. Really made an effort, promised I would change, but some things stayed the same. Wanted to do better, wanted to be great, but some things stayed the same.
What you're putting in, all your hopes and efforts are all in vain. Who will pick you up when you've lost everything? Does it all become for granted with a wedding ring? Things
Right, guys, the second half is about to kick off any second now. So I'm glad you guys enjoyed those tunes as always. And literally Bones about to kick off any second. I had to run down and get a drink. Yeah, so I did some more packing at half time, which is one of the reasons why the comments were up a little bit longer than they normally would do. There we go, second half is kicked off. Brain says I wouldn't make any changes if I was Potter. Doesn't look like that's the change. I mean, you excuse me, there is an argument to probably change Fulkrug for Callum Wilson, but boom. Manson has had nothing to do. Agreed. Yep, as the stats were saying at half time, the only shots on target were West Ham, 1. We had 3 shots and 1 on target. They had 1 shot, that was it. Nothing else. Their goalkeepers, we've had no saves to make. Their goalkeepers had 1. Obviously, that great Sales save from Paquetá. But that's about it. The music was good. Thank you, Victoria. I'm glad you enjoyed it. You know, there is some decent non-copyright music out there. There really is. So sorry, I'm out of breath. It's just literally ran downstairs, get some juice, and came straight back up again. Because unfortunately, as I had pancreatitis caused by gallstones floating around in July and August, I'm not touching. I've had 2 pints in 4 months, and just as we see the replay of Chris Wood, the header went straight onto Hermansen. So Brain, our goalkeeper, has now had something to do, which obviously scurries it both a little bit round the way round now, doesn't it? Both goalkeepers having a save to make each. It looks like Forest have come out with a more intent as we're looking at Anya passing it to Milinkovic, who gives it to Anderson. And now through to who he tried to find Williams, but gets intercepted. And now Walker Peters passes it down to Bowen, running over the halfway line, coming through. And a good challenge by Anderson, but doesn't really make much of a difference. In natural fact, pushes it further down the box. And Paquetá had a chance at a goal there, but just went wide. Pretty much point blank save, point blank range. Sales would have been all over it anyway had that gone in. But it's a great run from Bowen once again. Absolutely phenomenal. Really good run from him. And Paquetá just hoofs it, just tries to dink it a little bit, but it's nowhere near the goal, unfortunately. But to be honest with you guys, I prefer this second kit than that fucking awful third kit that we played at Sunderland away. It was awful. Absolutely terrible design. It looks like one of the t-shirts that I tried to make when I was trying to make some from some products for the channel about 6 or 7 years ago. Honestly, it's how that was allowed to get through, I don't know. That crossed hammers, the gold cross hammers on the left hand side by the heart, where the heart's supposed to be, when it is. It's schoolboy. It looks like a 6-year-old has made it. It's just too big. It just looks too gauche. It's awful. But anyway, can we get back onto the pitch now that we've seen both managers? Come on, pitch football, please. Football, please. Sky, hello. Still on. So obviously something's going on because it's keeping focus on the managers. And obviously the camera's cut pretty quickly, so I can't really see what's happening. And the commentators aren't talking about it either. So apologies for the silence, but I'm trying to hear what the hell's going on. Guys, can you give me any insight on what's going on? Why we've had over a minute's worth of non-football related views? I mean, something's obviously happening right side of the pitch from Sales' point of view, because everyone's looking over in that direction. Guys, help! Because obviously, as a content creator, you can't listen to the commentary loud enough. Otherwise, you get done for commentary breach, copyright breach. But guys, if you can help me out as to why we're not seeing any football at the moment, why we're just having the cameras focusing on the managers and the referee and a Forest signing that was signed too late to play, if someone can help, that would be very, very appreciated. There's 5 people watching. I'm not sure why you guys haven't told me what's going on yet. It's been 2 minutes. And Paulson's obviously told everybody to come back on the pitch. Anyway, so game resumed. Jonathan Newby says, I don't know what's going on, JP. Sorry. Well, supporter trouble, says Brain. Thank you. Thought it might have been something like this when we saw Paulson throwing waving the fans back on. Sheehan says, I think it's someone in the crowd. So it could be, someone that had a heart attack, maybe. Right, so ball played through to Hudson-Odoi from Murillo. So that's really thrown me, that is. Right, so here we go. So just getting back into the groove of it. Anderson, Murillo, Anderson, Hudson-Odoi. That's why Gibbs White back to Murillo once again. Falco doing his crab impression, and Mavropanos puts it out for a Forest throw-in. Slowly running out of room here, guys, with all these bags of clothes around me. Murillo over to somebody, but Diouf puts it out. And then Sangari. So clears his box, I should say. Sangari then to Anya. Hudson, Gibbs White. Then it goes out for a West Ham throw-in by the looks of things. Diouf with the throw-in. Come on. There you go, Malik. Yep. Fernandez. Gets fouled, but nothing doing. Just about gets kept in by Hudson-Odoi. Anderson. Diouf. From Bakatar. Bakatar really, West Ham really being penned in at the moment. And now it's a goal kick. So now we're looking at the exceptionally overweight owner of Forest, not looking happy. To be fair, I don't blame him. You know, we started out being the whipping boys of the Premier League so far, and now all of a sudden we're playing decent football. But at the same point, as we talked about, there was on Tuesday night there was some good football from West Ham. Really was. The ethos is trying to come through, but it capitulated briefly. And again, we're seeing it. Fernandez getting fouled again, and now it's a free kick. But I'd rather us play the Mourinho-esque scrappy football and get something on the points on the board than play far arse and about like we have been over the last 2 or 3 seasons and getting absolutely humiliated in certain games. Fernandez over to Bowen, but Bowen can't control the ball, and Williams gets the ball, and as a result, that's a West Ham throw-in. Carl Walker-Peters takes quickly straight up to Bowen. Nobody there, but Ward-Prowse gets it back on the rebound, and Carl Walker-Peters to Fernandez. So Bakatar, I should say, now with Diouf just behind the centre circle in Mavropanos. Over to Bakatar on the right-hand side. Over to Bowen. To Walker-Peters. It was aiming for Bowen, but it gets cleared out by Murillo. Woods. Gibbs White. And now they're on the counter-attack because he's got so much space to run in. Fernandez has got Bakatar's down there, as is Mavropanos. Sorry, Kilman, I should say. and Paquetá gets bundled to the floor. It's a foul. I don't know what he's complaining about. That's not the usual Paquetá going down really easily. It's a foul. You know, this contact. There's enough. It's 50-50 granted, but there's enough contact, and they both get into each other's way. So it is a foul. Don't know why the commentators are saying it's a bit of a dive. It's not in any shape or form. It's coming together, granted, but Paquetá is the worst off out of the two, and I'll be saying the other way round. Walker Peters, Paquetá, keeping it down that right hand side at the moment. Throws it through to Bowen to Walker Peters. Paquetá aiming for the box, but gets blocked. But Fernandez is on the rebound there. Fulkrug, good save by Sells. Really good save by Sells at the near post. And now Williams is on the ball by the looks of it. Yeah, Williams. Fernandez has been looking absolutely superb for this game. He really looks like he's really up for it. Anderson gives Woods. Ward-Prowse from Diop. Fernandez, Fulkrug. Here we go. 1-1 football. Here we go. Bowen. One-touch football from West Ham there for a few seconds. Worked to his advantage of Bowen trying to run down the right-hand side and gets bundled over by Anderson. That's a foul, ref. Pawson, what are you watching? And also the sidelines as well, for that matter. Brain said should have scored. Gibbs White with a long ball down. Mavropanos clears the danger. It goes out for a throw-in. And now apparently it's raining. So it's a good thing this isn't cricket. So, no, honestly, but yeah, just looking at the replay for Fulkrug's goal attempt, it's on target. It's a good save by Sells. You know, Sells had plenty of time to get in the way of the ball. He really did. Now it looks like McAtee's going to be coming on by the looks of it. So substitution for Forest at some point. So McAtee for Ndoye. And with the Forest fans singing "You're Going Down" at 0-0. If they were like 2 or 3-0 up, then yeah, I can understand singing that song at the moment, but excuse me. So yeah. And of course it's always the opposing manager makes a substitution first every single time. Williams through to Hudson-Odoi. Anderson. Kyle Walker-Peters standing his ground in front of him, so gives him no option but to pass it back to Hudson-Odoi. And the ball in. And Hermansen doesn't really need to do it, but he's making everybody aware that he can make a save. And yeah, Brain saying it's pouring with rain. Thanks, mate. Long ball. Up to Bowen. Spot on, to be fair. And Bowen saying, where is everybody? Paquetá. Over to Diop on the left-hand side, coming up to the box. Ball tries to get the ball in, but doesn't happen. But Diop gets the lucky rebound back. Up to Paquetá now. Just passes it straight to Anya instead of Diop. And now they're on the counter-attack as a result of it. Really, really good run there from Fernandez. Really good run to try and protect, but nothing really happening with it. Unfortunately, Hudson-Odoi. Anderson back to Hudson-Odoi, just into the box. Gibbs White and an easy daisy cutter save for Hermansen to make. So it's been more Forest this second half, than it has in the first. They've had a lot more tries at goal than we have, which is understandable to a degree. It is now showing that we've had 5 shots and 2 on target. They have 2 shots and 1 on target. That's within the last few minutes, and we've had 3 off. So we are still making the majority of the chances, but it's still not working for some random reason. Gilman Ward-Prowse back to Hermansen. And the long ball from Hermansen. Trying to find Milenkovic, but looks like Fulkrug's going to try and get on it. So that was a good try and get Fulkrug involved in the game, because he's done fuck all for most of it, apart from that challenge just now. Fernandez to Bowen. But it gets easily blocked, but yeah, Fernandez trying to get a save. Sorry, that was Ward-Prowse was getting involved, but now they're on the counter attack for Forest, just getting into the box. Word from McAtee, and a good clearance out from Mavropanos, straight to Williams, and now Hudson-Odoi down the left hand side, crossing it in the box, and Walker-Peters is giving him absolutely no chance, and Mavropanos, Fernandez clinks it through to Walker-Peters. Now Fulkrug, I don't know what the fuck he was trying to do there, but Murillo to Sangare. And back to Murillo. Hudson-Odoi. Now to Gibbs-White. Anderson. Goes for goal, but goes really, really wide as a result of it. Anya with the ball in. Paquetá clears, but only as far as Williams. And Paquetá gets blocked. Makes the block. Kyle, what are you doing there? Anderson. Sangare to Anya. McAtee. First touch of the game by the looks of it. Over to Williams from Sangare. Hudson-Odoi. Anderson. And again gets blocked. Crossing over the halfway line now is down to the cells. Jonathan Newby is saying Walker-Peters is having a good game so far. Yeah, not too bad, apart from that little tumble he tried to pull off there. Gibbs-White. Anderson. Souček intercepts, but goes to Hudson-Odoi, and a good save from Hermansen there, to be fair. Straight at him, technically, but it is a good save. Just looking at the replay there, so you got a little bit of a dink, but Hudson-Odoi over just straight in there. Then ball up to Bowen. Now Paquetá just crossing over the line. Fulkrug and Paquetá not talking to each other. And as a result of that move breaks down, and Forest are back in possession with Sangare from Milenkovic by the looks of it. Now Anderson. Williams. Sangare. Milenkovic. Now Ida. Yeah, goes out for West Ham throwing by the looks of things. And Callum Wilson coming on for Fulkrug. And a bit of a tussle with one of the assistants. So yeah, I mean Fulkrug's done all right, to be fair. It's not exactly been, as the old cliche goes, ripping up trees or nothing. But you know he's done well. He's had a couple of chances, well a few chances actually, 2 headers and an attempt. Yeah, Brain already said it. Wilson coming on for Fulkrug. Already said it. You were probably typing it just as I was saying it, because remember there's a 20-second delay here for some random unknown reason. Not even that now. Where are we? It's now looking at 17 seconds. So it's getting there, but he'll probably be up to its usual 5 or 6 by the end of the fucking game. You watch. Anderson. Over to, I think it's McAtee, I think, by the looks of his body language. Milenkovic. Anderson. Yeah, it was McAtee. Yeah, McAtee on the ball again. Sangare. Gibbs-White over to McAtee again. Gibbs-White running in the box. Walker Peters stumbling a little bit, fluffing about, but clears the line. So Forest are getting closer and closer. 25 minutes left on the clock before full time. Before added time, I should say, because there's always going to be added time. It's going to be at least three now with those two substitutions and the supporter issue at the start. So throwing token and Mavropanos and Ward-Prowse make sure it gets cleared. Anya, and again, West Ham throw-in. Deal for the throw-in. Foul throw, technically. Williams. To Williams from Shazam Murillo. And now Sangari. McAtee. Anya. Gibbs White. Ainu again. Anderson. Sangari. Back to Sangari from McAtee by the looks of things. Milenkovic. Murillo. Nice ball down to Hudson-Odoi, but Bowen standing his ground. Bowen defending. That's how bad it is at the moment. Bowen helping out defending. McAtee. Anderson. Hudson-Odoi. And a nice clearance from Diouf there. And Chris Wood heads it out. Yeah, this is 0-0 all over it, guys. It was a great ball to try and find. Who is it that went arse over tit there? I think that might have been. I don't know actually. Maybe McAtee. I don't know. Couldn't really see from the numbers. Hansen with a goal kick. Wilson gives it straight to Forest, but Suchi gets the ball back and ball up to Wilson from Paquetá. Wilson goes. Good save from Sells. 2 shots on target so far from our centre forwards, and both have been made. 3 shots on target from in total, because obviously Paquetá at the start, towards the end of the first half. But yeah, a bit of a deflection of Wilson's attempt. It comes off Murillo by the looks of things. But it's a great save. Sells has made some great saves. Neither keeper have had that much to do, but Sells has had the more spectacular ones. Brain says Wilson did really well to get his shot away. Come on, West Ham, we can do this, says Vic, as the corner comes in. And Mavropanos heads it over. Yeah, this is going to be like Norwich away a few years ago. Scrappy football, but it's just going to be 0-0. It's a good corner in from Ward-Prowse, to be fair. Straight at Mavropanos, but yeah, maybe Ward-Prowse listened to my video the other day when I said that his headers have been his free kicks have been off the pace. Just lumbered in, but now looks like they look a bit more intentful now. Williams, Murillo, long ball, trying to find Gibbs White, and it goes out for a goal kick as a result of it. I must admit, I do like that Adidas kit with Forest. It is pretty cool. I like it. You know, I'm not going to say it. Not going to say it. I'm not saying it yet. I'm not saying it. And there's a lot of attempt at football going on here, but not really actual football itself, really, from either side. I mean, they're both sides are playing with a back two, with both their fullbacks playing a bit further up the pitch now. So this is one of the reasons why I say it's a bit boring with when two managers have the same formations. You know, it is. It generally is that. It is a little bit boring when that happens. Gibbs White to Murillo, back to Gibbs White in the centre circle, just crossing into the West Ham half. Anderson from Zangari, back to Anderson. Mr. Anderson. Zangari again from Murillo. Now Hudson-Odoi. Oksvania. Ball in. Cleared by Kilman. Yeah, Sojcik clears long, and just as Murillo goes into their own half. Now Sangari, but going in back into the West Ham half with the ball. Hudson-Odoi. So Gibbs White, I should say. Fucking double barrel cunt. And now Hudson-Odoi. And Diouf heads it just wide to give him a corner. Just wide. And he's relieved that went just wide as well by the looks of his face. There's a miscommunication by Kilman and Diouf there, to be honest with you. This is what I'm saying about the naivety of him. But in general, doing well. So Anderson again, going to take the corner. Ooh. Nice header there from Milenkovic, but again, just not really much doing. I mean, from this angle, it's going to look beautiful. Where are we? Well, yeah, top of his head. And it goes over as well. So, yeah, not better. It's a lot better second half from Forest. Usual sort of shit from West Ham, to be honest with you guys. It really has been. But yeah, it's the way these things go, doesn't it? I mean, obviously you guys have been trailing off over the last few minutes because there's not much really to talk about. But thank you to whomever who's subscribed today. We're two away now from 3,570. So if you've for those that are watching, and you haven't already done so, please do subscribe. It'd be nice to get us back, because a lot of people, for the channel, a lot of people have just as Forrest got a corner again from a great defensive work from Carl Walker Peters. Yeah, it'd be nice to try and get the numbers back to what they were before I went into hospital. So yeah. I'll be trying to do as much content as I can. If I can't do it on the YouTube, I'll be doing it over on the Facebook group and Facebook page. So guys, get your asses in gear and get yourselves over there. Like, do you know what I mean? So Chris Wood's coming off, and Jesus is coming on for Chris Wood, making his debut. Hi, Jesus. So just as Anderson's taking the corner again. Corner taken. Hermanson punches out. It's much better performance from Hermanson today, to be honest with you guys. He really has got much better. Much, much better. Maybe that week break, he needed that. Who knows? Sells. Not that far behind the centre circle. Long ball again. Allardyce style. Try and find Jesus. Doesn't happen. I don't care that Brighton have equalised, Sky. Who gives a shit? It's got nothing. We don't care. We don't want to watch that. Like I said in the first half, if we wanted to watch this fucking game, we turn over to the main event. But just because it's City, you don't see that with any other games being played. Yeah, exactly. And then Andy Irving's coming on for Ward-Prowse. It's 15 minutes to go. 16 minutes to go, I should say. Really fucking hates. Honestly, I'm going to write to. I'm generally going to get in contact with Sky and tell them who is in charge of the live broadcast, because whoever's in charge is useless. Useless. I mean, gone are the days where you watch a channel of watch a piece of football. And bam, you're watching the game that you want to watch the entire time. No, just because it's City, Who gives a fuck? It's too early in the season for that sort of introductions. Exactly, John. That's Sky Sports for you. Exactly, Johnny, mate. Honestly, it's stupid. It's why I hate watching football on this channel. You know, because not this YouTube channel, this Sky Sports. I hate Sky Sports. I just wish they would just strip back and go back to how things were. Yeah, it's all well and good having 215 or 225 games this season. Fair play. Yeah, it's not a problem. But at the same point, just let people watch the game. Stop dicking around and saying stuff that's just completely irrelevant. All right, guys, we've got a quarter of an hour left. As it stands at the moment, because I'm sure there's going to be other substitutions coming in. Excuse me. As West Ham supporters here, would you be making any other substitutions? I'll remind you that Wilson came on for Fulkrug on the 64th minute. Irving came on for Ward-Prowse just literally a minute ago. So, just to remind you, they've got Areola still on the bench, Potts, Rodriguez, Skulls, Somerville, Todibo and Wan-Bissaka. I personally would take Paquetá off and put Somerville in and have Fernandez in the midfield and have Somerville out there. Somerville out there, just literally as the winger and just give him a run out. What do you reckon, guys? Because you can't take Souček off because he's always going to help out a lot more than Paquetá will. Can't take Bowen off for exactly the same reason. And that's about it. That's about the only options you've really got. So out of the 1, 2, 3, 4 in the midfield stroke forward positions, would you take Somerville off for Paquetá, or would you just let Somerville have a bit more of a game with the next fixture, which, if I remember correctly, is Spurs? Let me know your thoughts. Yeah, Spurs at home on this coming Saturday. After the international break. So any substitutions, let me know you'd make, guys. I don't know what on earth. Absolutely no idea what Gibbs White was trying to do there. He's trying to feed somebody through, but he just absolutely fucked that right up. I mean, Anderson gives him the ball. And it's just, yeah. Right, so Mavropanos, Bowen, just coming over the halfway line. Can't keep it in, so it goes out for a Forest throw-in. Sheena says bring on Somerville. Would you agree, Sheena, that it would be Paquetá for him? I don't care about Liverpool. Fuck's sake. Aniev's running down the left-hand side flank, or the right-hand side from their point of view. Jonathan says I wouldn't make any more changes. Fair enough. Yeah, and it goes out again for a West Ham goal kick. Bad ball up to Onania from Sangari by the looks of things. Yeah. Sheena agrees. Somerville for Paquetá. I mean, with 12 minutes to go. Fernandez with a bit of cramp by the looks of it, which makes complete sense. He hasn't played much football. I mean, he's obviously played a game or two for Southampton since the Championship started, but even though that might have been limited football. In actual fact, let's have a look. While we're waiting for them to dick about as usual. Let's have a look. Come on. All teams. A free kick for a foul on Walker Peters. Yeah, so Fernandez didn't play, obviously, yesterday. It's pointless looking at that fixture. Did he play in the League Cup against Norwich? No, he didn't. Wasn't even on the bench for that fixture. What about Southampton at home to Stoke? Fernandez with a free kick. Not bad. Bagatelle heading it back in. Falls to Wilson. A few people asking for handball, but it's not. And again goes out for a corner. So yeah, so Mateus Fernandez played for Stoke last Saturday week. Against Stoke, I should say. Did he play against Ipswich away? Yes, he did. He played 69 minutes against Ipswich away. So he's had a pretty much a pre-season, but still got a bit of cramp because obviously there's a lot of difference tempo wise. And Fernandez with the corner, not bad. Straight to who was that actually? But Wilson by the looks of it. Wilson by the looks of it. Ball falls to Fernandez. Now back to Paquetá down the right hand side. Ball in, trying to find Souček. And then Irving back to Paquetá. Paquetá puts the ball in again. Fernandez. Back to Paquetá. It's all going off at the minute. It's called a bit. The tempo's raising a little bit. Fernandez fouls Anderson apparently. Don't really see what's doing with 9 minutes left. We've got to have a substitution come on now, surely. Yeah, Somerville's coming on as predicted. Didn't even know that was going to happen. So the logical decision would be to either bring Fernandez or Paquetá off. Personally, I would take Paquetá off, but I've got a funny feeling it's going to be Fernandez. Yeah, he's taking Fernandez off. It's a bit of a shame, but he's had a very, very good debut. Very happy with Fernandez. Very, very good with 8 minutes left. Great to see Somerville have a run out, to be honest with you. So Somerville goes out on the left-hand side, which pushes Paquetá into the left, into the middle of the pitch, as is his preferred position. Very, very good. Very, very good. Bowen. Not really sure what the hell was going on there. He's defending for his life, bless him. Helping out. Walker-Peters up to Wilson. It gets bundled over. That's a free kick, Pawson, surely, by Milenkovic. Brain says Fernandez has been good. He has, mate. He has. He's had an excellent debut. Walker-Peters. Diop. It's a bit all over the place. West Ham are a bit all over the place at the moment. Bit of an overlap between the two. Excuse me. So nice to see Somerville backs his Sheen 100%. He's not going to be completely ready to do in actual fact, he's actually back slightly earlier than predicted because he was supposed to be back just after the international break. But it's good to see that he's fit. Yes! Yes, Bowen! Get in there, my son! Bowen on the score sheet. Come on. Wooga chaka, wooga, wooga, wooga chaka, wooga, wooga. Honestly, such a good goal. Such a good goal. I can't wait to see this replay. Really can't wait to see this replay. Bowen, you beauty, says Brain. Fantasy League points, thank you. Come on, you hammers, says John. Yes. Absolute smashed it. Sheena says yes as well. It's a great goal, this. So Somerville with a layoff straight to Bowen. Inches, brilliant goal from Bowen, says Rick. Literally seconds on the pitch, makes the space, finds the space, bam, back in the net, and it's 1-0 West Ham. Come on, you Lions! At last, says Vicky. Brain says had to be Bowen. Some great assist from Somerville there. Absolutely brilliant. Such a good, honestly, so good. So good. With a handful of minutes left. And guys, we're 14th as it stands. I know I shouldn't say it, but we are. Brain said, I was just going to say Potter was going for the win with the sub. 100%, yeah, you see the attack. And now here he goes again. Somerville down the left-hand side, absolutely pelting. Some gets fouled. I don't think that is a penalty. He's awarded a penalty. That's amazing. Because Somerville was so quick, it looks worse than it actually is. Let's have a look at the replay, but I don't think, personally, I wouldn't say that's a pen. I really wouldn't say that's a pen. Such a good run from Somerville. So good. So good. Yeah. Brain says it is a pen. Rick says West Ham should get a pen. Yeah, it's just it's worse than it is because of how quick he moves. It's got such a low centre of gravity. Yeah, I can see the appeal, but it's a 50-50 challenge from both number 10s. Just look at that replay as well. So they will feel a bit aggrieved on that. I get it. I understand that. But yeah, as I say, I can see why it is awarded as a penalty because Somerville was so quick and his legs trail all over the place. So it looks like Paquetá's going to take it. And Sales is saying, what the fuck? There's nobody better than Lucas Paquetá, and now he's one of our own. I mean, just for my fantasy league, I want Bowen to take this. So he gets two. So I'd say, I'm not agreeing with it, but I can see why the Forest fans are aggrieved with it. I can see it. Right, so, Lucas, are you going to do this? Are you going to do this? Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on, Lucas. Bottom left, son. Bottom left. Sales is going to get... Go on. Go on. Ah, don't do that stuttering start. Yes! 2-0. Paquetá telling the entire world that he's staying. Love that. Absolutely love that. Slaps the badge, puts his hand over his right-hand signal sign, so, nah, don't listen to it. Kisses the badge. Love that. So it answers the question. No, he's not going to Villa. So 2-0. With about, guys, added time. Can't believe that. Unbelievable. Seriously. Goal, says Brain. Love it. And nice, says Sheena. But yeah, such a good celebration. Right, so Rick reckons 6 minutes. Brain says 4. Brain, every time I click on yours, it comes up with a bloody top 10 list of supporters. Brain says, oh wait, 7. It's just changed. Nope, taking your first answer, you cheeky bugger. Taking your first answer. So, Sangari and Hudson-Odoi have come off for Forest. And Keelamendu and Hutchinson have come on for Sangari and Hudson-Odoi, respectively. Sheena says 4. Yeah, I'm thinking actually. Now we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 substitutions plus the extra 2 minutes on top of that. I'm thinking 6. I am thinking 6 minutes. So I'm putting in the 6 there. 9 added minutes apparently. Wow. Okay. Well, yeah, because it's going to be the VAR check on top of that, I suppose. So yeah, I'll put it up before Sky Sports does. But let's have a look. So Brain, sorry mate, I'm taking your first answer because Jonathan says 11 minutes and 16 seconds. So technically Rick is the closest to it. But I will give it to your Brain there, 7. So you two were closest. 9 bloody minutes. That's mental. But yeah. So yeah, so can we keep... I did say at the start, will Hermansen keep a clean sheet and have a better performance? And so far he has. He's made some good saves. And I was closest. Yeah, from now on, I'm taking your first answer. All right, mate? I'm taking your first answer. Wilson, oh my God, 3-0! What the fuck? 3-0! That's incredible. 3-0. Bloody hell. All of the substitutions. 2 of the 3 substitutions. That is mental. That is just absolute class. I mean, he hardly touches it from... And Brain says, no way, Wilson. He just absolutely... Jonathan, you still think he's done in the Premier League, mate? Let's just have a look at this replay. But this is fucking bonkers. Let's have a look at the different angle, because it looks like he doesn't actually get a touch on it. But he obviously does. But so again, Somerville pelting it down to Diouf. Am I going to get an assist for him? Yes, I am. Yeah, boom. Yeah, love it. Forest fans leaving. Sheena says yes. Jonathan says, oh my God. Brace has put a masterclass. Substitutions worked. This is one of the reasons why it's one of the reasons why we've needed a centre forward that knows how to score goals. He's been helping out quite a fair bit. Somerville's back. His hamstrings look perfectly fine to me. I mean, even if that penalty hadn't have gone in, hadn't been awarded, we'd still be winning the 2-0. We would. It's bonkers. It's going to be 110 minutes. There's going to be 100 minutes now, guys. You watch. Because you have to add the added time onto that. It's going to be 100 minutes now. Mental. So much for being the whipping boys, eh? Watch our Spurs. Oh, you mean watch out Spurs? Yeah, mate. When we play you in a couple of weeks, mate. Yeah, we'll see. But yeah, it's as it stands, a great result. Absolutely great. Not the best of performances either, to be honest with you, but very good result. Both teams showing their balls in the second half. 100% showing their balls. It's, yeah, mental. Absolutely mental. Yeah, gives us a bit of a rest from all the negativity. Well, a few hours until we see what the fuck's happening in the transfer window. But yeah. Yeah, we still need a centre forward as far as I'm concerned. We still need a centre back as a result of Aguerd possibly going. Obviously Caelan Casey's been put out on loan to Swansea. And there's that ball. Brighton 2-1 over Man City. Wow. Okay. Still don't care. Still want to watch the Forest game. Knew I should have captained Bowen. Fucking knew it. In my fantasy league. Fucking knew it. But anyway. Got an assist from Diouf again. That's quality. 2 assists from him in as many games. Obviously, like the League Cup doesn't count in the fantasy league, but still. Walker Peters. Paquetá. Back to Walker Peters and gets fouled. So you're getting very close, guys. Still got 4 minutes, 4 and a bit minutes still to go. 4 minutes and 8 seconds. But yeah, wasn't expecting this at all. I don't think anybody, under any circumstances, with 4 minutes left on the clock, I don't think anybody would think we would keep a clean sheet and score 1 goal, much less 3. Much less 3. I'm hoping by the time it comes around to the Spurs game in a fortnight's time, I'm hoping I'm going to be able to get everything up back to normal for you guys. The backdrop might be slightly different as a result. But I'm hoping, I'm hoping for good times. We'll have to wait and see. I mean, I might even have to do a bit of a green screen bit. I don't know. Yeah, we'll find out in the next couple of weeks. But yeah, very, very happy. Diouf is a brilliant signing. Yeah, I've been saying it right from the start. This is when we watched that. When I watched the pre-season and got away against that ridiculous Germany side. I thought it was close to 4 then. Jesus, imagine that. West Ham scoring 4 goals in a game. Imagine that. Sheena says, this is why I love Somerville. We come on and we get 3 goals. It's not the real reason. But yeah, it's lovely that he's been able to do that. And because we've needed, like I said at the start, talking about Cornet, our only fit winger. It's actually a winger. And we've played, we've pushed Paquetá. I mean, Fernandes was playing. Paquetá and Fernandes were rotating out on the left wing for most of that game. And then so that's what happens. You have a natural player in their position, and boom, Jimmy up to Somerville up to Bowen now. Wilson tracking in. Bowen, is he going to be selfless? Yes, he is. He's going to be selfish. Wilson, you fucking Absolutely, Wilson nicked it off him. What a cheeky fucker. Let's have a look at it from this angle. You see it better. Let's have a look. I mean, it's great. It's great that Bowen went so selfishly, but yeah, it's just like it's nice to see that Bowen and Bowen and Wilson had a bit of a laugh about that. But we can afford. We're in a healthy enough position to laugh about that. So close as jumping. But again, it's Sells. If Sells hadn't been such a good if Sells hadn't been such a good goalkeeper, we could have that could have been another goal. Shut it, mug. Wilson restricts Bowen's his brain. Sheen says, and I ain't wearing me Somerville top. It's in the wash. Well, keep it in the wash. 1 minute left. One of them should have scored that. But at the same time, Brendan, as I said, it's a good save from Sells. It is. It's a great save. Can we keep this clean sheet for the next 90 seconds or so? Anya? Diop with the block. Honestly, man of the match for Paquetá. I can kind of see that. Given the circumstances, I think that's why they've awarded him man of the match at Sky. Personally, for me, I think it's Diop. I really think it is. And Walker-Peters. Either of those two have absolutely earned that. But there we go, guys. Full time. Full time. Our first 3 points of the game, of the season, indeed, putting us up to 13th, 14th in the table. Level with Brentford, Burnley and Man City. Nobody thought we'd be level on points with Man City after 3 games. Brain says Graham Potter is the man now. He always has been. It's just that I like I said before. This is it's proof of what I've been saying beforehand, guys. It's the players. It has to be the players. I mean, yes, okay, the substitutions have been brilliant. Don't get me wrong. They have been absolutely phenomenal that he's made since doing that. Right, like with Gareth Southgate during the Euros. You know, it's just it made the right substitutions at the World Cup, I should say, because I didn't watch the Euros. Right substitutions at the right time. You know, and that's what got us. That's what got us where we were for England. And it's likewise, it's the same. Likewise, it's the same for here. You, that's the whole point of substitutions: is bring on players that can make the changes. That can, you know, put the opposition on the back foot. And that's exactly what he's done. And that is exactly how we've played. It's been absolutely phenomenal. But guys, thank you very, very much for watching this. We win in the game. West Ham will never be relegated. If we play like that for the next 35 games, we're an absolute shoo-in, but I can't see it. But guys, in the meantime, have a fantastic weekend. Thank you very much for staying around. If you're new to the channel, including those that stay to the end to watch the that are watching on the replay of this thank you very much for watching. Please do like, share and subscribe if you haven't already done so, and I will see you as soon as I can. All the best now. Take care.